Early morning, early morning, Monday morning. I'm at a school in Jersey. Like I said, that's the crane. Back up, go up, and that crane will be in place by then. This is called the crane appointment. You can't be late for these because that white truck right there is expensive to have here. And if you're late, they're more than likely gonna dock your pay and adjust your rate con to a lower rate so you can pay for the time you wasted for the crane operator. Very, very expensive. So I was here a half an hour early, and by the time they're done, it'll be 8 a.m. and that's the time I was supposed to arrive, so everybody's happy right now. The roof curb load, as you can see, if those hit the highway, that's your tire. So I always make sure my trailer deck is clean of debris before I hit the road, because I always think if it was me, I would hate to run that over. But I have huge tires with a lot of meat, so hopefully it wouldn't be, you know, a catastrophic kind of blowout. But if my mom ran that over, not only would it hurt her pocket, that wouldn't be good. So that's that. Now this load I picked up on Friday. I didn't count the money for this load into my weekly money for last week. So I'm counting this $1,000 for this week. So even though I picked this up on Friday, I try not to count the money toward my weekly income until I drop it. My next stop is an hour away, so I got time to kill. Time to do some factoring and get it done. If you're just getting started in Hotshot trucking and want to understand the business a little better, download my free 6-part course. The link is in the description, the comments, or just ask me for it in the comment section. Loaded, love backing into warehouses. It is muggy as can be outside, so getting loaded in here, or at least tarping in here, will be a dream. I put this piece in the back. They're about 2,700 pounds a piece, each of these, but I wanted to be able to see that piece out of my mirrors. If that's behind that, I would never know if it fell off or not. So I got to tarp both of these, but the back of this I'll probably just leave open if my tarp doesn't reach. And again, I want to be able to see that lower piece out of my mirrors. He told me not to strap over the top, just to strap the pallet, but I'm gonna lightly strap it because I don't like the sound of that. You can see my load has changed, so I did something very, very wise. I'm still in the middle of it, so I'll give you an update in a second. But I basically called the broker and said, hey, by the way, there was one piece that was crated, which is in one of these crates. They took that one off and put this rear one on. It's supposedly the identical piece. It looks identical to the first one. This one is just uncrated, so the model numbers or the serial numbers changed. So I made sure that I called the broker, let them know that this swapped out. There's a new serial number. They're going to confirm that with their customer and the owner of this shipper of this company, to confirm that the one that's going is indeed okay to go. Because the last thing you want is to get the wrong piece to the receiver, and then you get charged back some money because now they have to pay somebody else to bring it back or whatever. It becomes a mess after that. So we're making sure that's not the case as I get ready to tarp and to secure. So I'm almost done tarping and strapping this. I'm done tarping and now I'm strapping over. It's an awkward shape. You guys saw the two machines, like two goosenecks and then one going that way. I had them put, mirrored to each other, top end to top end, so it's easier to roll the tarp over and to tarp it. Otherwise it would have went up and then down and then up, and that's just a nightmare on the road with wind and to roll the tarp over. So this was easier. Just kind of made a flat shelf up top, just rolled the tarp over and let it drop. So that's that. One little technique though that I like to show here, I don't know if it's a thing or if it's just me, but where am I? So this bungee goes here and it goes all the way up. So what I do is I clip it here, hook it there, go around the peg, of course, but then I go through. I don't have to go through this. I could have just went over this loop, but I went through it because if not, then this is just totally wagging in the wind on its own. Now at least it has some tension on it, and some sense of being held down. So just a little something that I do when I have flap, like a lot of tarp showing that I can't all roll under. Like it's all rolled under here, but this whole plane would just be like flapping, so I figured I'd do that. This was a doozy, but I'm hitting the road. Thanks to you all, I have a late start this Tuesday morning. Getting ready to drop this load that I brought up from New Jersey, going to Mass to drop it. It's late in the day, in the morning anyway. I'm usually up 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. It's like, I think it's 9 o'clock a.m. now, and I'm just getting here. I'm just about to hook up the trailer. I was up late emailing back and forth with a lot of you folks that are responding to last week's Weekly Money video where I mentioned about offering dispatching services. So a lot of you had questions, a lot of you were interested and are on my sign up list, really, because I'm only doing 5 spots. So that's pretty much full as of the making of this video. So anyway, that's why I was up late. That's why I'm starting late, but it's okay. My direct shipper called me. One of my direct shippers called me in Mass, conveniently enough. They have 5,000 pounds coming back to Connecticut, so it's a backhaul for me. I'm gonna drop this off, then go an hour and a half south in Massachusetts, pick up that backhaul, bring it back here, let it sleep. Tomorrow morning, I will hook back up. Actually, I'm gonna take that home just to avoid having to stop here in the morning, and drop that off in Connecticut when they open, and then I'll shoot to Albany, pick that load up, and then I'm out to Pennsylvania. Whew, let's get it moving. This has made it to its home, or these have made it to its home. Taking the tarp off, my belts are off, my bungees are already taken off, and that's it. I'll untarp this and then they can get to work unloading. Now this was a delicate load, so I was taking my turns really slow, not sharp at all. I want to make sure I didn't damage anything, make sure these bad boys didn't fall over, because there's weight there, but I literally only had them strapped there, and here on the edge where the metal frame is, that way I wouldn't crush these cartridges inside. So I'm just inspecting them. I couldn't dare go over. They told me not to. I wish I could have, but they told me not to. But either way, slow and steady won the race. Inspect them for any damage. I don't see any. And yeah, important to do this with a fragile load, because you don't want damage to be found later and then you don't have any proof that it wasn't done after it got off the trailer. So that's why you want to take footage of this stuff. All right, hung out with Fred and Andrew, learned a whole lot about stock trading today. Every time I come here, we talk about stock trading. So I'm super excited that I got some time to sit with them. Always a pleasure to sit with them. And now I'm headed home for the night, drop this in the morning, then off to Albany, then off to PA. Gotta love a good vanilla milkshake from BK. So I don't have a load, but I am in Albany, New York, where I should be, picking up a load, OD load, paying $1,150, going to Pennsylvania. Problem is, the shipper messed up. Excuse me. The shipper messed up. So when I got here, they said, no, that load is supposed to be coming from Pennsylvania to here. Obviously, there's no load here for me to take. So what's gonna happen is, I called the broker, let them know what happened. They confirmed with the client, their shipper, who they're moving this for, that they indeed messed up. Has nothing to do with me. So they said, well, if you wanna go grab it and bring it back, we'll hold it for you. I said, well, if that's the case, you gotta pay me for what I would make on a load going from here to there. Let's call it 700. I said 7 to 9, but let's call it 700. They said, we'll call you back, see what the client says. Their client called back and said, no, we're not gonna pay him. Sorry, their client said, no, we're not gonna pay him $700 to make the run down here, even though we messed up. What we will do is give him a $250 tonu, and we'll still hold the load for him. So I said, thank you for the $250 tonu. I'll take that. But I will not be going to Pennsylvania to pick up this load. Now, you can say what you want. You may have gone and said, well, that's a free $250, plus you're headed down there. That's one way to think about it. Now, if I could find something leaving near where I am, going to near where I'm headed in Pennsylvania, I would have went, threw it on the trailer, and head down. Now, it's about 1:30 in the afternoon. Most shippers close at 3. So there's not many places I can go unless they're immediately near where I am that'll load me at all right now. So I'm gonna choose to work half a day, take my $250. It is what it is. I'm gonna go do some YouTube work, have a lot of emails to reply to, I'm gonna work on dispatching. Not that I've started dispatching, but a lot of folks are sharing interest, so I'm gonna respond to those people and start asking questions to see how I can better serve them. So I'm gonna make use of my afternoon. And I did book something for tomorrow. It's $300, going from an hour north of where I live to about an hour south of where I live. Quick $300, and I'll also pick up another load for tomorrow as well. And by the time I finish all of that, even without picking up another load for tomorrow, I'm already at $2,500 for the week. Not a bad week thus far. I find something else for tomorrow that brings me to the 3K range. Not bad. And Friday I'm going fishing. So 4-day work week, not a bad deal. Those are my adventures in trucking. So typically United Rental spots have a one way in, one way out kind of a thing, and this is no exception. This place was tucked though. I thought I was in an army base for a minute, but I saw the tall equipment and knew where I was. So anyway, here we go. Entrance only. Usually there's 3 lanes, one for pickup, one for drop off, and all kind of stuff. Truck entrance, that's me. All right, so I never thought about strapping one of these down this way, but the gentleman here, who seems really, really knowledgeable, told me, hey, listen, a lot of times we just strap them through the cab and over the bed, and we run to Maine with them, run everywhere with them. So it makes sense to me. It doesn't seem like it's cutting any corners, and the vehicle's only just shy of 3,000 pounds. So I just want to have you guys watch me do it, because it's a pretty neat way to strap this down. I'm not saying strap a full-size car like this, but for something small like this, it's quick, it's easy, and it makes perfect sense. The other reason why I trust his judgment is because United Rentals has a securement course. It's like $34.95 or something. I'll put the link in the description section, in the comment section, or just ask me for it. I don't make a dime off of it, but I did find it when I was getting my other United Rentals little certification. It was $12. It's their PPE certification. A lot of times you'll go to a United Rental location and they want you to have that in order for you to know that you know what they require and what they demand as far as protective equipment on their properties. So I have that, and when I got that, I was looking through other trainings they had, and I saw the securement course. So I was like, oh, I got to do that. Haven't done it yet, but I'll share it with you guys, because I know there's not really any formal training for securing hotshot loads or securement at all, other than kind of winging it, and that's not the safest route. So I'll put their $35 video course link in the description and comment section. Ask me for it if you want it. I don't make anything off of it. If I did, I would tell you, but I want you guys to have that so you can learn how to secure better. And I'm only saying all that because it's the same company that created that course that the gentleman is affiliated with. Obviously, he works here, and just told me how to secure this down. So I want you guys to check this out. That's it. It's secure. It has an e-brake. I always ask with any vehicle. If anything has wheels, I always ask if it has an e-brake, whether it's a boom lift or a little thing like this, or a golf cart, or obviously a car, truck, whatever. If it's a vehicle that has wheels, or even if it's a tractor, I always ask if it has an e-brake. This does. It was actually just repaired. That's why I'm bringing it back to where it's going. And the e-brake was engaged, so it's on. And the key is inside. I may lock the doors, take it out, and put the key in the cab. Just so, you know, safekeeping us. That way I know the doors don't fly open. But other than that, I'm ready to go. Well, we made it. We made it. And this is just a small little $325 load. Today's what? Thursday? So I just took it because I wanted to have a slow day. You know, not a big deal. Tomorrow I'm taking off. I'm going fishing with some buddies. So this is it. I'm done with this. I'm maybe an hour away from home. I'm gonna go shift over into hangout mode and grab beers and coolers and stuff for tomorrow. And that's it. I'll be back on the road Monday or Tuesday. I have some loads booked already for that. So that's pretty much it until next week. Later. Cry. I'll cry. I will cry.